Hi, everyone. We're really excited to be here with you today. We have a product short for you with a topic that's very exciting to us because it's one of Dyspatch's super powerful features. People ask us about this a lot. So let's get right into it, right, Elaine?
Yes, let's get to it.
All right. You've probably met us before. If you haven't, we're Elaine and Vero. We're really excited to be with you here today. And this is the first of many of these little product shorts. So stay tuned if you like them. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? How to target mobile versus desktop in your email's content using DML. DML is Dispatch's markup language. And we're going to take you through the tips and tricks and some of the obvious stuff and maybe the stuff you haven't heard of. And if you have any questions, we'll tell you how to get in touch with us at the end of the video. So let's jump right in.
Yeah, so what are we looking at? We're looking at DML. This is our Dis mobile tag and our Dis desktop tag. So you can use these when you want something to show on one or the other. So I've got an image here. Maybe you've got something like a big hero image that on desktop is a nice landscape, but then on mobile, you want it to be like a nice square form factor. Keep your golden ratio. You could have two different images, one that's going to show up on your mobile and one that's going to show up on desktop. Easy as that.
You can always tell when that hasn't been thought of, right? When your email provider on your phone's trying to like make things happen, and it's just not, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, and having it be responsive is only one piece of the puzzle, because it's great that your image will shrink nicely to fit on the smaller screen, but maybe now something that was like centered and like a really nice little product is now really, really tiny, and you want a different crop so that you can have that still be like the same kind of size. You can still see what the image is.
Yeah, such a good point, which leads us to the second point, which is make sure you test everything and preview everything in Dispatch as well. So it's not enough to just do the work in the DML, which we'll show you in a second. Leverage Dispatch's testing features, which is what we call like the little toggle in the visual editor. I've circled it right here. And then of course, litmus previews. All right, with that, we're gonna hand over to Aileen to give you, to show you like a little something, couple insider tips and tricks. So I'll stop sharing and let Aileen take over from here.
Yeah, let's take a look. So what I have here is just a really simple little one column that it's got like Dis mobile, and I've got my Dis desktop. And the only thing that I have that's different here is I've got a little text where my font size is a little bit smaller, and then on my desktop, it's a little bit bigger. This is great if you want something that, this is on my larger screen, and you can see my dog Cosmo here is, pretty small, but like you can still see him. If I used this exact same image, he'd be really, really, really tiny when we went far away. But I had a nice crop here, so this image is nicely cropped. So he's still it's the same vibe, but it's just a little bit smaller. So instead of it being just only responsive, now it is, it's actually built for mobile. So you can see my text gets smaller and everything gets bigger. And if I wanted maybe the headline to only show on desktop, maybe you've got like a divider or something, or you want this text to be something, just hidden, you can go like this, boop, and now it's gone. So you really can build these two views to be like very specific designs, specifically for mobile or specifically for desktop. So instead of just being responsive and thinking about both, you can tailor it to either screen size.
That's a lot of customization with not a lot of work on your part.
Yeah.
It just took 2 seconds and it made a completely different email, made the difference. Also, I love this photo of Cosmo, so I'm glad he got featured in here.
There you go. Yeah. He's a very handsome boy, very far away. There you go.
All right. With that, I'm going to take us back to a couple key takeaways. I'll let you take a few of these and then I'll tell the folks how to reach us afterwards if they have more questions.
Yeah, so the big DML tip is that I have is if you want something to only appear on mobile or only appear on desktop, you can just use one. You don't have to use each every time. It can be nice to like have that kind of tailor-made. You wouldn't want your content to shift too differently, but if you ever have something like different padding, or maybe even just like a nice divider element that doesn't make sense when your columns stack in the way that you want, you can just have it appear or disappear depending on the screen size.
I always mention to folks, check your analytics to determine what devices your particular audience is opening up your email on? Are they mostly mobile? Some of our customers are 98% mobile audience, and some of them are 50-50. And having a pretty good understanding of how your customers are engaging with your emails, how your audience wants to engage with your content is really important to make the decision of what should be mobile, what should be desktop, how to crop your images, what titles to put up, that kind of thing. So don't forget to actually look at the data that you have to make the decision. I mean, you want everything to be responsive, of course, but you might start from the mobile and work your way back. That's usually what we advise anyway.
Mhm.
And then, as I mentioned earlier, test everything, because one
Yes.
broken email, you don't need one broken email. All your emails can just be perfect right out of the box. There's tools for that now. So
Yeah, we have everything we need to make sure that emails always look good. And it's called Limis. Thank you, Limis.
thank you, Limis. All right. So with that, wrapping up, a couple of resources, the Dyspatch knowledge base. Aileen's team is always working on this. It's always changing. It's an incredible resource. If you need any kind of email help, not just about targeting mobile versus desktop, so check it out. You can also contact us right here. And with that, we'll say thanks. And we'll see you next time. If you have a cool topic you'd like to hear us chat about, let us know, and we'll add it to our upcoming product shorts. Thank you so much, Aileen. It was great chatting this morning.
Yeah, you too, Vera. Bye.
Bye.